Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another special movie reaction commentary. You know, Thursdays are one of those days where I take something that is outside of the Patreon polls and I really wanted to kind of switch up the schedule, whether it's something that I really wanted to look at or something that is like a trailer or, you know, it's just basically used for a way for me to kind of switch up the rhythm and just give you guys something new. And today I have something really awesome. My man Colin, not only my freaking roommate, but this guy is going to be perfect for the movie that we're going to be watching today. So Colin, if you want, you can kind of I know, right? So Colin, like a little bit about why this is going to be like a perfect movie for us.
Yeah, pretty funny. I actually wanted to work on Wall Street like back in the day after seeing this movie. You know, before going to college, I went to college at University of Arizona, so like big party school. And then yeah, I mean, I just had a pretty crazy life in the past from going to college. You know, traveling all over the world, doing some drugs, you know, doing a little excessive partying, but yeah, now I'm, you know, a successful business owner, and yeah, it's gonna be really cool to reminisce back to this movie and see what it's all about again and really dissect it with the pro yourself.
Hey, yes, sir. It's gonna be really great. Like you know, in the beginning phases of this channel, I had a lot of guests come on to the channel as well. I mean, we had animators, we had people who work on 3D animation, and primarily these videos are here to not only give you a double up on entertainment, because not only is it just going to be funny having both of us watching this type of movie to begin with, but also just the important value that comes with it. And I think that is just a win-win all around. So guys, stay tuned for more of these because I think they're going to be really awesome for you guys. But again, before I get started, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support. I mean, we're about to get closer and closer every day to get half to 100,000 subscribers. That is unbelievable, and it's unbelievable.
Every day I'm telling him, like, yo, how are you growing so fast? Like, he's just cranking out movies and the fan base is growing, and I'm proud of him. He's crushing it, and it's truly amazing.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's all thanks to you guys, seriously. So the community's coming together, and I hope to bring more content like this just to give my thanks to you guys as well too. And like always, before we get into the film itself, I want to definitely recommend checking out the full length to this. There's going to be a lot of commentary. We both seen this movie so many times, so like there's going to be a lot of commentary over certain scenes, or if you want to listen to everything that me and Colin have to say about this film, definitely check out the Patreon link. There you'll be able to get your copy of the film and link it up to ours and literally hear every single thing that we have to say or react to on this film. So without further ado, guys, you know the drill. Let's hop right into Wolf of Wall Street.
Let's get it, baby. Let's go.
Again, guys, just as another heads up, if you want to see the full length and everything we have to say, or maybe we skipped over your favorite scene that you want our reaction or commentary over, definitely check out the Patreon link. There you'll be able to listen to everything. So you know the drill. Let's start watching this awesome movie.
I'm super excited.
I know, right?
This is the best.
Yeah.
I feel like he always looks the same age, no matter what movie.
Always. And he fits every role perfectly.
Okay, Mr. Jones.
God.
I take Quaaludes 10 to 15 times a day for my back pain, Adderall to stay focused.
You know,
Xanax to take the end.
from a filmmaker perspective, I love this introduction because it really does paint a picture of this guy.
Yeah.
And automatically you're like, this scumbag, right?
Yeah.
But there's something super charming about it. And I think as the story goes on and you start unveiling like the real character, especially from how he began, you start to really almost like start to really love him. Now, did you have any like affiliation with Wall Street? Did you get like a glimpse within?
I worked on Wall Street.
Oh, really?
Worked on Wall Street for a full summer, and just immediately saw the lifestyle of it and like how much they work.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the partying. I was working with like older 50-year-old guys, so it wasn't anything like this.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, if I get to work 12 hours a day and I don't get the party, I'm out.
Yeah. It's definitely not like
It's
this.
not
for
like
sure.
this anymore.
Let me go back. I'm 22 years old, newly married, and
But yeah,
already
22.
crazy.
It's crazy.
So what do? I go to the one place.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that's more potent than drugs is being high off a dream, you know?
$1 million. I can only imagine what a douchebag that guy must be.
Yes.
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 Yeah,
Beautiful way.
He's the best role in this.
So incredible.
It was like mainlining adrenaline.
Yeah, fuckface. Look at where the stock's at today, huh? Can't get in.
40. Pick up the cocksucking phone.
Love how the camera moved with that too. Like those little nuances are just so good.
Because all we care about is getting fucking rich. Solid.
Jordan
2000.
Gary Ford. Got it! Found the paint.
Now, the mentality here, I think, is like super interesting to kind of talk about because it's almost like a drill sergeant, you know, put in this like
That is hot.
this gang mentality.
Shut it, shut it.
There's like a bunch of sharks in the
I
water.
mean, dude, it's honestly like this is supposed to be a corporate company. Like what they're doing, a lot of this, you know, now getting into Bitcoin and reading all these books on,
Yeah.
you know, stimulus and money printing, like
Yeah.
it's highly illegal and speculative.
Gotcha.
All this stuff that they're doing is a lot of it is criminal. That's why so many firms have been taken down.
I also heard this was improv.
It was
Yeah.
insane.
That is just
I
wild.
watched the entire on YouTube. You can see the script versus what they're
Yeah.
saying.
Yep. I guess my question for you then is how does that mentality that they still have, is it still within how you operate or is it just a little bit different?
How I operate today with my business? And
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah, I mean, I do like the killer instinct without, you know, all the drugs and the
Yeah,
excess and
yeah.
all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's really more about like optimizing my body and, you know, my focus and like biohacking
Yeah.
to stay at my peak mobility instead of cocaine.
Yeah. Guys don't do drugs.
To Martin,
Yeah.
one of these scenes right here. Mm-hmm. And he's like laughing.
Yup.
And he's like, keep going.
That's great because it looks like he's looking at the other people in the restaurant. That's freaking hilarious.
I know.
I think that's the breakers when they just stop the market because
Yeah.
it dropped so much. That is not, that shouldn't happen too when you can just control the market and say, hey, people are losing too much money, let's stop it. That's not a true market. That's why it's
Is that kind of like a reflection of what's happening today? Is that like a similar thing?
with GameStop, like
Yeah.
what just happened, they basically just stopped letting people trade GameStop because
Yeah.
the hedge funds were short on GameStop. They were losing too much money. So
That's
the big guys
crazy.
just came in and said, hey, you can't trade it anymore.
And that was Robinhood,
So it's
right?
still happening right now today.
Yeah.
Things that are happening now are still happening today, which needs to change.
I wonder if this was purposeful or not, but the color grading, which is basically the coloring of a film to make it look like a certain way, these are very bold, strong colors, and it made me feel like it's supposed to reflect like GQ magazine and how the lighting is represented on that to make everything very bold. I think that's a really
That's a good
interesting
point.
connection towards
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Like the lifestyle
Yep.
too. Yep.
Exactly.
So literally, like there's no finance skills in this at all. It's just analyzing what the company is, the
Yeah.
company, and then just pitching it down someone's throat
Yeah.
and shoving it down their throat. That's it.
Again, like it's the best drug you can give somebody.
But they wear suits, and that's
Yeah.
the cool thing. Like they make it
Exactly.
in style, which is crazy.
It's like you know, if you were a pharmacist giving out drugs, it's like
Nuts.
Big chance, right?
Yeah, there's like a 60%, 60 to 65% chance the kid's gonna be fucking retarded.
just in a bar talking about this. I love it.
Well, wouldn't you feel better if you sold that stuff to rich people who can like afford to lose all that money?
This is the first time in the movie they bring up like, isn't this bad? And you could tell that Jordan doesn't really give a shit.
The moral, moral confliction right there. I mean, he's like, I want to make millions.
Took you out at 41. You would be saying to me right now, Chester, pick me up a few thousand shares of Disney on the spot right now. Come on. I mean, honestly, Kevin, honestly, seriously?
I think that it's like, it's also showing just like the system that is kind of being implanted right now. You know, there is a rhythm,
Yep.
no matter how chaotic it is.
100%.
It works.
There's a method to the madness.
Exactly.
God damn. Oh my God.
You just feed them the energy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have trouble saying no, man. It's hard for people to say no. When they get hooked into a conversation, they feel the energy, you know, they feel like that person's a good person.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Damn.
Yeah. Smart people say no a lot.
Really?
Smart, rich people say no almost all the time. You know, you can only say yes to things that are gonna make you wealthy, protect your energy. At 23.
Little twat. Look at this. The wolf.
Twisted Robin Hood. And Robin Hood
That's
just
crazy.
got twisted.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
What a foreshadow.
Like a kind of twisted Robin Hood who takes from
Wow.
It is twisted. Robin Hood is not for the people.
Yep. Especially after what they just did. That's something that I probably want to also bring up towards you as well, too. Because I know for the occupation that you do, and a lot of people just don't know the depths of you. Like, you know, let's say, for instance, me. You know, you're going to be faced with, like, you probably already have been faced with a lot of criticism from people who just simply just don't know anything about you and what you do.
Like when I run Facebook ads about, you know, credit. Credit's a very touchy subject because I'm talking about borrowing debt to make yourself money.
Yeah.
So people that aren't educated on that go crazy on Facebook when they get hit with my ads. Like, this kid doesn't know what he's talking about. This guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
So, you know, every publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
There's no bad publicity.
That's 100% right.
Oh my God.
In public.
like champagne.
Johnny, what the fuck are you doing? You
Come on, Jordan. Think of a way to get up to her apartment.
You wanna come up for some tea or something?
She asked him. It's like, yes,
That's like.
the best.
He's like, yes, I love tea. Tea is great.
You're like a completely different fucking person!
I made a mistake. I don't know what to tell you, babe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
This is definitely not glamorizing anything, for sure.
But he doesn't give a fuck at this point.
Because that's just his.
I mean, he can just keep going.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sucks to break hearts, but
Yeah.
only.
You piece of shit! Who's done this?
I love this.
What are you, a fucking owl?
The personality change is
Yes.
so fast and like direct.
A year and 4 months.
Wolfie, 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 Wolfie. Wolfie? Yeah, it's my safe word, baby. It's my
Safe
I don't give
word.
a fuck about your safe word.
fucking dirty little bird.
Dirty little birdie.
He's out of his mind.
Are not gonna dial themselves, okay? Without you, they're just worthless hunks of plastic. Like a loaded M16 without a trained Marine to pull the trigger.
It's crazy. He's such a leader in this movie, and it has to do so much with like all, you know, like he's almost like a bad leader in a way, but he sells a dream, kind of like almost like a Hitler. You know?
Honestly,
like he has his leader. He's the leader, and he has his following, but it's not for a good cause.
It's not.
But they make it seem so normal because, like he said before, they gotta live like me, Dad. I want them to live like me.
Either rise or fucking die!
And it's all like with the short-term fulfillment stuff, like the sex, the drugs, the money, like all of that.
You know, there's nothing about like marriage or children or anything like that, your family, you know, no strong foundations. Because at the end of the day, money's just paper. I think this is like one of those scenes that are just like super sophisticated and probably doesn't get a lot of credit for in this film.
Criminal activity. Exactly. You go after real criminals, which makes me wonder what the hell you're investigating me for. I mean, honestly, what
There you go again. It's like criminal, but he on the outside, he looks like a great guy.
Yep.
And he just literally said that. Like, look at me. I'm not a criminal.
Let's put it this way. You get a free handgun when you sign up for the bureau. No, but it fucking pisses me off. You know what I mean? You think about the people that built this.
See, now he's trying to sell him the dream, and he's like, it's a weak foundation up against him. He does not need that.
You can't sell the dream to the truth. They already know it.
And I do that for anybody, you know, anybody that needs the proper guidance.
He just completely fucked himself.
Yeah.
Can you say that?
You said that one more time. he's trying so hard not to
Got
laugh.
him. Yeah.
Can you say that again? Just the way you said it. Just the same way.
Oh my God.
I boarded the plane just before midnight. Wow. Look at you.
So I have to say this moment right here, right? Planes. Best form of transportation. I never personally been in like a first class or anything like that, but like, do you really get this much room in planes that are like either private?
If you're going international first,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, like the lay down seats, you get, you know, special treatment, you get dinner, you get lunch, breakfast,
Yeah.
ice cream sundaes, movies.
God.
Yeah, I love flying to this day. Like, I mean, that's what I do. You know, I get paid basically to fly and
Yeah.
teach people how to do that.
Yeah.
So like, it's my all-time favorite thing ever, bro. I still feel like a little kid every time I'm on a plane.
It's just an awesome experience.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Wow. Oh man.
I said, I can't answer the more feeling.
Oh, it sucks because he's so frustrated. Oh my God.
Right, and he can't do anything about it.
Straight to the drool phase. These little bastards were so strong, I discovered a whole new phase. The cerebral palsy phase. Come on, stand up.
Oh, the narration is so good. Because we're like trapped in his mind.
Yeah, literally.
Like, that's just incredible. I love how the steps look longer than what they usually
It was
were.
so much longer.
So much longer.
That's how I looked at him.
Yeah.
Jordan! Your daughter's in the house. I hope you know that. Your fucking daughter's in the house. Get to a
Yeah, it sucks. That sucks. He's literally watching his life fall into pieces.
They get to hear all this shit.
Yeah.
They're like, these guys are fucked. Brad.
The horror
Runs away. Just a bunch of children, bro.
Run away in slow motion.
This scene is unreal.
Fucking Rugrat. That wig wearing faggot, I can't believe that fucking guy. I want to kill him. I want to choke him to death.
They just keep blaming everyone but themselves.
Right.
That's another huge issue. Everyone just blames.
Yeah.
No one takes accountability.
Yeah.
Which is the craziest thing, because you would think that you have all this money and all these responsibilities, accountability would go with it, but it's the first thing thrown out the window.
Acting is
Yeah, this is
otherworldly.
scary as shit. Like you
Scary
feel.
acting, yeah.
He's like punching her. And
Love how you just punch her in the gut and then just like open the
Grabs
door to his
the
daughter.
kid.
Yeah.
I never will do that to my kids, man.
Yeah.
That's how you scar them.
Yeah,
Intense.
this is intense. And notice how like it's all like kind of like been in like that one take sort of feel.
Damn. 3 years. Still so hard to think about.
Yeah. It's like
Damn, your dad watching you go to jail, that's like the craziest shit.
your marriage is in turmoil and
Good friend
They're so bad.
Belfort is the single baddest motherfucker I have ever met. So I want you right now.
isn't that the
That's him.
actual? Yeah,
That's
that's
Jordan
the
Belfort.
actual Jordan Belfort.
Welcome. Sell me this pen.
So how the borders just went to the side.
Mm-hmm.
This is a beautiful shot right here. Just all the American people
All the
trying
people
to
just-
grasp the American dream.
Yeah. Trying to learn, man.
Like any of them could have been Jordan.
100%.
And guys, that was The Wolf of Wall Street. God damn.
That was good.
All right, everybody, we just got done The Wolf of Wall Street. We had a freaking awesome time with that one. I just want to say thank you, like, Colin. I almost called you Jordan. I was like, yeah, Jordan. I got Jordan Belfort right here. But no, I just want to say I appreciate you for just being an awesome guest to watch something like this, and then also just sharing value, because not to say that this is like exactly, what you do, but you have a lot more knowledge with just things of this nature. And I just want to say that the way that you're doing it from a personal standpoint, I mean, I have a bias because I'm not only his roommate, but I'm also a really close friend of his as well too. But you're doing it in such a way that is very inspiring and good conscious, and I can tell just from all your actions that you've been doing and how you're going throughout your business and the moves that you're making, it's from a genuine matter. And I just dude, it's very appreciative.
Thank you,
Seriously.
bro. I appreciate that. And yeah, this movie, to be honest, made me, when I first saw it, I was like a junior in high school going into college, or like senior in high school going into college. So you get fired up for all those reasons of you want the glitz, the glamour, the lifestyle, the girls, not necessarily the drugs, but you want to have that fun, crazy life.
Yeah.
But then, after seeing this movie, it really all blends into, my life. When I tried to live that way, in college and do that stuff, things always came crashing down if it was not built with a good foundation.
Yes.
So I learned my lessons. Obviously, you can learn literally just by watching a movie like this. You cannot have something that amazing unless it's built on a good foundation, or else it will come down and collapse. So when I got into my, entrepreneurship journey with credit class and all my businesses and, my personal brand, I knew I had to come from a place of good heart, genuine, and just be fully transparent and be really who I am. And the drugs and the alcohol and the party, that shit was not me,
Yeah.
So now I think after, seeing things like this, and living, lifestyle I'm living, doing it the right way, it really goes to show that you got to take things slow. You got to build it with a good foundation, and just really be yourself, man. And you know that too. Building up your YouTube, just being yourself, being authentic is really the way to go.
100%. I mean, if there's anything that, for any aspiring filmmakers or just anybody who's aspiring to journey out into this world and, find something of themselves, I hope that this is just one of the many moments and important lessons to just do things in a genuine way and being authentic and understanding the true power of storytelling, because Wolf of Wall Street is an incredible, at the foundational level, it's entertaining.
Yes.
You can always have a great time with it, but what it does so beautifully is that if you would like to, you can dive a little bit deeper within this story and find out the beautiful tell of just how twisted things can be, even if it does come from a good heart.
100%.
And storytellings and films like this is one of the reasons why it's just so important to be authentic. Martin Scorsese would definitely, vouch for that.
Absolutely.
And
And do good by people
Yes.
too, because you see, here is a perfect example. Even though they're doing good for their families, building money, getting out of their old lifestyle of, not having money, they're doing bad by other people. So that's why ultimately it collapses. So you can actually do both. You can do good by people and do good by yourself. With the internet nowadays and what we have in online businesses, as long as you're giving value and people appreciate that, they'll pay you money for good value. You don't have to rip people off. So, there's a two-way street, and you should just definitely go down the right path, because it can be done now. It's much easier too with technology and the internet.
That's beautifully said. Guys, I'm definitely going to be linking all of Colin's YouTube channel, but also all the other links that he has as well, if you want to find out more information about what exactly he does. And I think his YouTube is a perfect way and a perfect beginning to kind of just see his journey and where it's going to be going forth. So not only am I going to be really excited about that, but definitely be hyped for Colin to just have future appearances on this channel as well too. But like always, guys, please support good people, support genuine people who are trying to do great things in this world. And like always, thank you again, Colin, for being on this.
That was amazing.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, like always, stay healthy, stay hydrated, because we are just getting started.
Let's go.
Purple jacket, pocket full of weed. Everything that I should ever need. Grab some matches cause they give them free. Just like my time. Hair pulled back in the